Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. So today I decided, I get compliments all the time about my skin, and they just say my complexion is so nice. So today I'm gonna teach you how to catfish the whole world into thinking that your skin is bomb. So the first thing that I do is I go in with primer, and I'm just using the Maybelline Master Prime, and I just put that in my T-zone, just like this, and I just use my fingers to blend it in. I literally get compliments daily, multiple times a day, about my skin. People constantly asking me what do you put on your face, make it look so nice. And a lot of the times they don't even think that I have makeup on, because girl, professional catfish over here, love that for us. So then you're just gonna go in with foundation. It doesn't matter what foundation you use, but the one I use is the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse, and this one is in Classic Ivory Light 2. And what I do for my face specifically is I don't necessarily put a whole bunch of foundation on, because you don't want to look cakey, because then that gives away the effect of it being your skin. Because when you can see the makeup, then girl, everybody knows you have on makeup, and you can't be a professional catfish if they can see your makeup. So I just put this everywhere, but I focus more of the makeup towards the middle of my face versus the outside of my face, because my skin personally is better on the outsides. I have less pimples and acne scars that show up right there, but the middle of my face, that's where, girl, it gets rough. So I try to focus the majority of the foundation on the middle of my face, and then whatever is left, I just work it to the outside of my face. Because if you have a lot of makeup on the outer perimeter of your face, that also will make it really obvious, because they'll be able to see that. And honey, that ain't cute. So just focus the foundation on the center of your face. But make sure you blend it out really good, because you don't want to have any splotches of foundation, because then everybody's gonna know foundation. Because when you see people sometimes and their makeup's not blended, they didn't put it down their neck, you can just see it because it just looks not right. I put a lot on my nose, because your nose is literally in the center of your face, so you need to make sure that she's covered. It's a freaking workout over here. And then on my forehead, I don't necessarily put that much makeup on my forehead, period, because here's what I noticed. My forehead tends to look very natural. It tends to look like you can still see freckles, you can see everything. So the more your face looks natural, the more people are gonna think that that's just your skin. Because my forehead, if you were to see me in person, because on camera I'm not really sure how it picks up, because right now it just looks like it's covered in foundation. But if you were to see me in person, my forehead always looks like there's barely nothing on. So we're tricking the whole world, pretty much. So then I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Shave Tape, and I got a little mini one. Isn't it so cute? And this is in Fair Beige. Now, I really go ham with concealer, because if you blend out concealer good enough, it's really undetected. So I like to focus the concealer in the center of my face, just like with the foundation, the center of my face, because it covers, because this is where all my acne scars and stuff are, so you just want to make sure that's covered. I put a lot of concealer on, but if you blend it out good, you cannot tell. Because normally the center of people's faces are the lightest parts of their face, like if you ever pay attention. So it just looks normal, and I'm gonna grab my mirror really quick so I can see what I'm doing. See, look, this looks like literally bomb. So, and when I'm looking at my forehead, I can still see like scars and stuff, but then the concealer being in the middle, like it's like shining, like it just gives you that extra little bit of coverage just in the center. So that's bomb. So then I'm gonna take this concealer, and if you have like any acne spots that actually looks pretty good that you want to cover, you just put the concealer under there and make sure you blend it out really good. But that'll also help with looking like you just woke up like this. So boom, you know what I'm saying? And it also gives you a little extra coverage, but make sure you just blend in towards the center of your face instead of blending out. So then you gotta put concealer under your eyes because you gotta hide them bags. You gotta make it look like you sleep at night, even if you don't. So Tarte Shape Tape, girl, she's thick. So you don't really need to put that much, but I got a lot of bags to cover. Like, girl, my under eyes are telling secrets. So I'm just gonna blend that out. You want to make sure you blend out your under eye really good, because sometimes, whoa, that lighting went crazy. Sometimes like I don't get all the way up into like my bottom lash line, and then you can see like the skin like peeking through. And so that's a giveaway that, oh, she has makeup on. We don't want that. And then you see how there's kind of like a concealer line right here? You just take a part of the beauty sponge that doesn't have product on it, and you just sit up here and you blend that out, because that would also give it away that you have makeup on. And girl, you're not supposed to know we have makeup on. So it's that side's blended out. Now I'm gonna blend out this side. The secret, to be honest, is just blend. Like, if you blend good and you don't, you know, go crazy with your makeup, then it's pretty easy to pretend like you don't have any on. Now, I don't necessarily care if people know that I have makeup on, like I wear it. Like, I don't wear it for people not to know that I have makeup on, because that's not my vibe. But anyway, so then I'm going to go in with a translucent powder. Any translucent powder works, but I just use the Maybelline Fit Me. So just pack that under my eyes. You want to make sure you bake really good, because if you crease, that's another way to tell that you have makeup on. Because when you don't have makeup on, even if you have wrinkles under your eyes, like, there's no creasing because there's nothing in your lines. Because when your eyes crease, it's very apparent that you have makeup on, because then like the powder and the stuff is in the lines. And if this lighting is like going crazy, it's basically because I'm just using natural light. So when I move, it just kind of goes a little bit crazy. I'm putting on a whole bunch of powder because you may think like, how are you putting on a whole bunch of powder and people aren't supposed to know you have makeup on? Girl, as long as you spray your face with setting spray, there will be no trace of powder left on your face. Put it on your nose. Your nose is literally the place that you can tell if somebody has makeup on, because people's noses tend to be the most like, not to sound like gross, but they tend to be a little crusty, you know? Even if you have really good skin, like, you know, in the wintertime, like, in these little corners over here, it gets a little crusty. Nothing you can do about it. I mean, you could put moisturizer on, but this is a place where you can tell, so you need to make sure that you powder this up really good, because powder tends to make your nose look very smooth, and if you do it right, you'll look snatched. I'm just taking a makeup wipe to wipe the foundation off my lips, because if you go out in public and you still have foundation on your lips, oh heck to the no. Dead giveaway that you have makeup on. Dead giveaway. Now, if you want to wear lipstick, you don't have to make sure that this comes off and it looks good. But if you don't, wear lipstick, you want to try and make sure that you make it look good when you take it off. The next thing you're going to want to do is, if you get makeup in your waterline, you also need to get that out, because people will be able to see that you have makeup right there. Boom. It's just simple things to make sure people just don't know. So then I'm also going to put powder above my lip, because I don't know about you, but I get very sweaty right here. And also your smile lines, because that will also give it away if your smile lines crease, because you'll be able to see the makeup. And girl, don't put in all this work to forget to put powder over your smile lines. Okay, so then you're going to want to go in with powder to set the rest of your face, and I just used the Maybelline Fit Me powder. You can use whatever powder you want, you just need a powder. And then I put this all over my face, because you want to set the rest of your face. And powder, like, especially this powder, it gives a nice finish to your face. It makes it look real smooth and nice, and it just makes you not shiny. But it's okay if your oils like come through, because that also makes you look more natural. Because a lot of the times people will when they get oily, they'll just apply more powder. But the thing about it is, when you kind of get a little bit oily, that's when it makes your skin look real, because it's your natural oils peeking through. My favorite time, like after I put my makeup on, like I think my face looks the best like a couple hours after my makeup's been on, like completely done, because that's when like my oils start coming through, and it makes it look real. Like it makes it look like that's my skin. Like, don't try to clock me, because it's mine. Now for eyebrows, I'm lucky, like I have pretty nice eyebrows, so I don't really fill them in unless like I'm going somewhere that I need to be snatched. So I just take a little spoolie and I brush them up. And not doing your eyebrows also gives the effect of that you're not wearing makeup, because no matter if you have really thick eyebrows and you have a lot of eyebrow hairs, like you can always 100% tell if somebody did their eyebrows. Like you can just see it. Like it's just very obvious. So by just brushing through your eyebrows and not doing it, that also gives you the more like natural, like I look like this look. But if you don't have eyebrows, do you. Whatever you want to do you. The next thing I'm going to go on with is bronzer, and I just used the Hoola Benefit bronzer. I'm going to dip in, tap off the excess, and then I put the back, like I rub it on my hands to get like excess product off, so like a whole bunch of it doesn't go on my face. And then I already have like very like you can see my cheekbones. Like, you can see it. It's like boom, boom. Like, so you just want to put it in your cheekbones. And I always blend up, because if you blend down, product's gonna get down there and you don't want that. So if you're somebody who doesn't like to wear blush, you might want to be more careful with how your bronzer looks, and you want to make sure that it's blended out nicer than like how I'm doing it. Like, mine looks blended out, but you just basically, you just want to make sure that your bronzer does not go deeper than your line, because you know how people go like this. You don't want it to go lower than that, because that's going to make your face look like it sags. It's going to be like, oh, she messed up on her makeup, and now you've been clocked that you have makeup on. So we don't want to do that. We do it on the other side. As long as you blend up, you'll be fine. So just blend up in circular motions. But if you do mess up on your bronzer, like, it's an easy fix. So I'll show you what you can do if you mess up on your bronzer to save your catfish. My bronzer looks bomb though. And then you'll just take the excess off the brush and put it down here, like on my double chin, so that I can try to hide it. But by putting bronzer down your neck, it also like blends out. Like, if you know, you put your foundation down your neck, you put powder down there, and then you take this and it kind of like blends it in and makes it look more snatched. So if you mess up on your bronzer, you can just take some powder and you can just put it under your bronzer, and it'll let it sit there for a few seconds and it'll clean it up. If you want to see like how to do that, just watch my first video, my everyday makeup routine, because I do it in that tutorial. I'm not going to do it now because mine actually looks good. So the next thing I'm going to go on is blush. So I use this Maybelline Fit Me blush in Pink Rose. The other thing is that people, like, not everybody, but some people, like, you'll naturally be a little red. Like, I'm naturally a little red. And foundation and concealer and powder takes away from the redness, and it makes you look pale. So you either are going to look sick or they're going to know you have makeup on. So blush is very important. So I just take the blush and I start from back here, because this is blending in with the bronzer, and that's what you want, because you don't want to have like a line of bronzer, because that's going to give it away. And now that the blush is like blending in with it, it looks good. But what I do is I take the blush all the way to like the center of my cheeks. You know, like when people tell you to smile, and that's where you're supposed to put the blush. I like to do that and bring it all the way up. And then what I'll do is I'll go in with my powder brush, and I won't put any like more powder on it, but I'll just go over it and really blend them together. And it like makes it very subtle, and it just makes it look like she just has a flush of color on her. I'm gonna do the same to the other side. Just make it blend in really nice. And I'm sorry about the like, it keeps getting lighter, and so I keep on having to back up. I need to get a ring light so then I can set up the camera somewhere else, because right now I have to set it in front of the window and just use natural light, and today like it's kind of gloomy outside, so every time I move, like, it's a little weird, but it's okay. I need a little bit more blush for the front. I love blush, but sometimes I can go overboard, and then it's like, girl, like, did you put the whole pan on your face? Like, so I'm gonna go back in with the brush, and I'm just gonna blend it out. Blending it out makes it look more natural, so they can't say you have makeup on. Now, I don't necessarily care if people know I have makeup on, but I like when people look at me and they have to question if I have makeup on. Like, you have to question it to be like, oh, like, your face is really nice. Literally somebody told me that once. They were like, your face is so nice. I'm like, thanks. Like, thanks. So now that we have it blended in and it looks pretty natural, boom. So you can put mascara on if you want to. It doesn't really matter. Mascara is mascara, but I'm not going to put on mascara because that will also give it away that you have makeup on. You could curl your lashes if you want to. Makes them look more flirty, like, if you want to do that. I'm not going to do that. The last thing I'm going to do is just go in with Maybelline Master Chrome highlight. And this one is in rose gold. I'm just going to go in with my fan brush and dip in. And just go in with the highlight. Now, highlight is not really that natural, but if you keep it in spots where the sun would naturally hit you and don't go overboard, you'll be okay. I don't put highlighter on my cupid's bow, my chin, my forehead, my nose. Like, I don't do all that. I just put it on my cheekbones, and that's it. So I have the highlight on. You can see it's beaming. This highlight is bomb. Like, I swear, like, it's really good. So now that I have the highlight on, and it has a pinky undertone, so this highlight blends in with your blush. So that's bomb. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and take this brush, and I like to blend the highlight into my blush. So I just use this so that there's not like a line. Cause girl, even if you don't care, like even if you're not trying to catfish people, like you shouldn't have a line of highlight, cause that ain't cute. So then the last thing is I just go in with this brush again and I just blend out the top part of the highlight and make it look more subtle. Take my brush again and just go like this in the front, because you just don't want your highlight to be like, you don't want a line of highlight, like that's not cute. So I'm gonna spray my face with some setting spray. And then the last thing that I do, like I don't put on lipstick and all that. I just put on some chapstick and make sure lips look glossy. So this is how I catfish the world into thinking that I have really nice skin and a bomb complexion. And so, yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you're having a good day. Subscribe, like, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.